Hey everybody, welcome back to Horton's Flower Farm. My name is Claudette. I own and operate a U-Pick flower farm in Zone 7B, Long Island, New York. Right now I'm in North Carolina where my residence is. So let me just tell you a little bit about my story if this is your first time. I moved from New York to North Carolina this year, but I am still holding my flower farm in North Carolina. I still hold my flower farm in New York and I'll be back there for the summer. So this video is about the plans that I have for the flower farm on Long Island. And if you were watching my last episode, we were looking for land because my lease was up and I couldn't find land to move the flower farm to. And luckily we found the land, so we have a spot for the flower farm. And it's a different layout of how much space we have. So this video is going to be all talking about the flowers that I'm putting, exactly what's going in each row. So you're going to see all the plans for 2025. So if you're looking to start a flower farm, if you're looking to start a cut flower garden in your backyard, this is the video for you because I'm going to be explaining the flowers that I picked. I'm changing a couple things and I'm going to explain why I think this year could be my most profitable year and why, and I think it has to do with my flowers and the layout. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about the layout that was at Horton's Flower Farm, where I'm moving from to my new flower farm, which is 15 minutes away. I had roughly 3 acres at Horton's Flower Farm, but I was growing on about 3/4 of an acre to an acre. This new flower farm, we only have a half an acre total. Maybe an acre with the parking lot, but so it's a third of what I previously had. But I actually will be having the same amount of flowers on it. I'm going to tell you why that is. And it's basically what I said, because my spacing in my rows before, I had a lot of spacing. I'm going to be compacting it in closer, tightly together, but there will still be the same amount of flowers. One of the things that I think that I needed more of, and I said it throughout the year on my video, is zinnias. I'm a U-Pick flower farm and my customers love to pick zinnias as their focal flowers. They could pick them all day long. A lot of the people, most of the bouquets are filled with zinnias. And the issue that I had when I look back is there really wasn't enough of that focal flower. I wasted space on certain flowers that people didn't really pick a lot of, and I'll give you an example right now. Ageratum, for example, I probably did a half a row of ageratum, a 50-foot by 3-foot row. Maybe people would pick one stem of ageratum, so I had all this ageratum. People weren't really picking it. Gomphrena is the same thing. People even picked less gomphrena than the ageratum. They really mainly went for the celosia and they went for the zinnias. So on my farm, I did, 2.5 rows of zinnias. And I had there probably 10 rows. I have 10 rows. And honestly, half of that farm, maybe 3/4, should have been zinnias. And I'm going to tell you another reason why. I can offer more stems for people to pick if it's a zinnia because they're so abundantly producing that people, right now I'm offering, they can go pick for $30, $35, they can pick 25 stems. And I think I could actually lower the price to $30 and let them pick 30 stems, and I'd still be making the same amount of money because I'm spending the same amount on the flowers. They can pick more because there's more out there. I won't run out of the zinnias. So in a second, you're going to see the plans that I have laid out. And I just want to explain this before I showed it to you because you're going to see that the farm is going to be packed with zinnias. And this is my reasoning for it because people just pick it in abundance. It's a U-Pick flower farm. They love the zinnias. And that is the plan. So I'm going to get my notebook and show you the rows and what's different about them. Okay guys, so this is just the very simple layout. I'm going to go into the varieties in a second. So there's going to be 6 rows like this. Each row will be 6 feet by 100 feet. So on Horton's Flower Farm, the rows were 3 feet. So this is like a double row. So this is really 6 rows, but this is really 12 rows. So it's really mimicking in a more tighter area exactly what I had. And then in between the rows, like in between here, there's only going to be 3 feet to walk. So just enough so that you can mow it, so 3 feet. So as you can see, this will be 600 zinnias, 600, 600, another 300, 300 celosia here, 250 celosia here. I'm gonna try China Asters again. Gonna do some Cosmos. They don't get picked a lot, but I like them. And then what I had before, the Verbena, the Ageratum, I'm adding back in Status, Amaranth, and of course Gomphrena a little bit because I have plans for dried flowers. Okay, so I hope you understood what that was when I was putting it down. So basically, these are very wide 6-foot rows. And I saw this, and this is what I want to talk about. I saw this, somebody else, I saw another farm did this with 6-foot wide rows. And it was it looked so much more impressive to have 6-foot wide rows than the 3-foot or 4-foot. It just filled it out so much more. And I saw it and I said, you know what, that's an awesome idea. You can still weed it. It might be a little bit more difficult. I'm hiring somebody to do that, but I think I might be okay with that. So that's what I'm doing there. And obviously the celosia, I'm going to have basically what I had before, which will be 2 full rows, but it's going to be a half a row because it's a double row. I'm bringing back the China Aster. China Aster I did 2 years ago and I loved it, but I had a weed problem with it. So you're going to see on here that I brought back some flowers, which I said I would never grow again because I couldn't handle the weeds. We're in a different location. It actually looks like the weed pressure might be less, and I'm going to have someone consistently weeding. So if you're just starting out, I'll let you know that China Asters and Status to me were difficult to keep the weed pressure down, but because I'm having somebody help weed, I'm putting them out there again because I did like them. It's not that I didn't like them. Snapdragons aren't on here, even though they are my favorite, but they are not a cut and come again. They are more cool flower, so in mid-season they're not producing for me, so that doesn't work. The Asters work out fine. Status loves the summer. Brought back Amaranth just so I have something a little bit different. The only thing I'm missing on here is Rudbeckia, which I did buy some Rudbeckia. I'll probably put 50 plants out there. Again, it's another cool flower. I sometimes have problems with my Rudbeckia getting powdery white mildew, but I'm going to try it out again because it's a new location I want to see. So that's the plan. Now I'm going to get into the specific varieties of what I ordered because there's some cool stuff out there, and I just want to show you because there's a zinnia on Johnny's Seeds, which I didn't order on my previous order because it wasn't out yet, but it basically mimics the Florette, the pastels, and they just released it this year. They've been working on it since 2018. They released a celosia variety as well that is a pastel. It is absolutely gorgeous, so I ordered myself some of those, and that's going to be really cool. So let me show you the order of what's coming, and so you can see where everything will be going into its respective rows. Okay, so this, I'm going to get a better shot of what this flower is because it's really beautiful. It's called the ballerina, and as you can see in the description, it's like the pastel, and I ordered 250 of those, which is $30. And yes, it's pricier, but you know, it's worth it. I think Florette was a lot more than that for less seeds, so this is going to be really beautiful. Next one is called the Shimmer Organic, and again with the pastels, a pastel blend. You can see the pastel blend. The pricing on that is $13, you know, less than the zinnias, but that's really beautiful. There's another variety that they just came out with, the Aora. Look at that. Really beautiful tones in that. So imagine those 3 flowers together in a bouquet, and then there's one more that I ordered, and it is a brand new sunflower. Look at that. It's like a teddy bear fall mixture, and I think I ordered 100, so it's $10. So let's get into the order that I ordered here. So I went with some Status, and that was the pastel mix right here. Really pretty soft color, so I'm excited about the Status. Got some red spike amaranth, the Gomphrena mixture, which are these colors right here. Going again with the cupcake variety of the Cosmos because they're beautiful and pricing if you're interested in what I'm paying. Okay, so I ordered double click Snow Puff Cosmos because look at how pretty they are. And pricing on that is over here if you're interested. Next, I ordered double click, the mixture of double clicks right here, just so we get a nice variety of the double clicks. This variety of ageratum I brewed this year and I loved it. It was the mixture of the different colors. Really nice. So if you're gonna plant some, I would go with this mixture just so you get different options of colors to put in your bouquet. Next one is, I love this. Okay, so I would totally recommend this. I love the flamingo purple. I love the greenery on this. I definitely recommend it. The price on that is pretty cheap for the celosia seeds. I did order this Sunday mix just in case, you know, you want to make other color arrangements, so you have a little bit. So there'll be this also on the farm with the pastels. I ordered the Kramer's Rose Celosia. Those are the ones that look more like people say brains or mac and cheese. And here's the pricing again. Celosia is pretty reasonably priced as well, just to get yellows in there and a different color pinks. This I'm very excited about. I didn't grow this color specifically, and people love that for the fall. So that's the Orange Queen. I did a Selway Terracotta Celosia, which is that beautiful bronze color, and the price on that, very reasonable. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the zinnia colors, and I'm not gonna click on every one. I'm just gonna show you, I did a white, a rose, yellow, whoops, sorry guys, yellow. I did the mixed, I did a lime, my daughter wanted that, orange, carmine rose, wine, coral. So you can see I have all the different colors. I hope you guys found that interesting. You could see all the different colored zinnias I have coming, and if you were looking, I ordered about 100 in each one of those. So they'll be grown in trays of 100 actually. My grower who I'm ordering from does grow in trays of 100, so that'll be easily placed out. So I'm excited about that. It's exciting because I never had that amount of zinnias before, and this year especially, I was looking at the field and I was like, oh my gosh, people were coming, and I was like, the 1 week we did really well, I was wiped out of zinnias almost, and I had all fillers, and I'm like, I hope there's enough zinnias to go around, and I just don't want to have that again. I don't want that to happen to you. Go heavy on the zinnias if you're doing a U-pick, definitely, because you don't want to run out of them. Now, you may have noticed something was missing on this order. Well, a bulk order of missing. I did not have a lot of sunflowers, and sunflowers are a popular flower for the summer, but on my flower farm, they are not a popular flower. People love, again, the zinnias and the celosia. And the sunflowers are tricky for me because I don't want to say they waste space, but they do waste space for me because once they go up, they're a one stem variety, and that's it. They're one stem, you cut it, it's done. I would have to till it up to redo, to put in more seed. It was labor intensive. This year when they came into bloom, I would have 100 coming into bloom, and I succession them out. So many went to waste. I mean, I'm gonna say people picked 10 of them, 15, 20. Now you could say, oh, you could plant less, but to plant 20 sunflowers and space it out, and they're not really picking it, what is the point? I'm not really doing sunflowers this year. Shocker, right? See how it goes. Some people do, listen, some people do call and ask me, they'll call on the phone, do you have sunflowers in bloom? And I say, listen, I am not like the typical, there's a lot of farms on Long Island where they do just mostly sunflowers. And I say, I'm not that. This is not heavy on sunflowers. This is more cut bouquet flowers. I'm just honest. Don't come here and want to take pictures of massive amounts of sunflowers blooming. That's just not what we do. I'm just honest about it. And I know maybe someone's listening and you're like, well, how could you not have sunflowers? We're going to see how it goes. I'm not doing it this year. All right. So that is the plan. It is December. This will all go in the ground in May. I'm going to change this a little bit. We've been having very warm springs. I'm sure a lot of you have. And I always plant May 18th, and always by my opening day, I'm panicking because it looks like everything's not going to get into bloom. So this year, I'm planting a week earlier because I stress for the past two years. I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have to push back opening day a week? So I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Just put them in the ground earlier. There hasn't been, I mean, this could be the year that everything goes to you know what, but I'm just going to put them in the ground a week earlier. So probably May 10th. All right, so that is the plan. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and you'll watch the journey. I will be talking about my flower farm in North Carolina because that's a different model. It is not a you pick flower farm, and I'm excited about that too because it's different. So that's exciting. I have some helpers working with me in New York this year, and I have a little crew. So there's going to be help this year, which was lacking every year and was stressing us out. So if you are going to do this by yourself, try and find people who want to do it. I had people volunteering who don't even want to get paid. They just love this so much. So if you can reach out to your community and, you know, even pay them with bouquet gift cards and say you can come for flowers every week, give these to your friends when you help me. I recommend doing that. That was very helpful for me. I do have people I am going to pay as well. So that is my advice on the quick end of this video. I have lots more advice I could give you, but check out my other videos, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.